Squid Game rug pull. The Squid Game cryptocurrency scammers made off with $3.3 million thanks to the help of the mainstream media. Yes, the Squid Game coin had nothing to do with Netflix, nothing to do with the South Korean group that produced the TV show, and you couldn't sell the coin. Yes, you couldn't sell the coin, yet mainstream media news outlets like the BBC, Yahoo News, Business Insider, Fortune, and CNBC all acted as the promotions department for the Squid Game scam, saying in breathless articles that the price had risen 83,000%. Adam Meister, who's responsible for the Squid Game scam? Is it the scammers or the mainstream media who blindly promoted an obvious scam that we laughed at last week and now we cry a little as $3.3 million is somebody's life savings and I'm sure they miss it?
Well, it's the scammers' fault. I mean, the scammers created it, but the scammers saw a few weeks ago when Walmart was using Litecoin and the media fell for it, right? So why not? I mean, they found out, and this will work again because it's normies are watching TV all the time. Okay, so come up with something that has to do with some mainstream normie thing that everyone is talking about, which is apparently this Squid Game thing, and just say you made a coin about it and then rip people off. It worked. And the media picks up on it because they don't know what cryptocurrency really is. They know what Squid Game is, and it seems pretty cool. It'll get clicks. Cryptocurrency and Squid Game. Maybe what these scammers did is they figured out, well, those are two most popular things on Twitter right now. Why don't we combine them and rip people off? So it was a very good scamming formula. Most people don't want to go beyond the surface at all. And apparently the mainstream media doesn't like to do much research anymore either, which was proven a few weeks ago with Walmart Litecoin lie. And so this is just another version of that. And, if it seems too good to be true, it is too good to be true. Okay. I mean, I just want to prepare everyone. This is going to happen over and over again. And the mainstream media will keep on because they just move on to the next thing. They don't even have retractions anymore in the mainstream media. So we'll see all sorts of combinations. Fake, Elon Musk NFTs. Whoever's the most popular person of the day, scammers will combine with NFTs, with coins, with who knows what. But in the end of the day, it is the scammers scam. They created something that was dishonest, so it is their fault. But I want to warn everyone, as Bitcoin and cryptocurrency become more and more mainstream, they're just I mean, we've seen the scams increase over the years. So there will be more and more scams. And some people, to their very dying days, refuse to even admit that they've been scammed. They'll still be like 10% of the people that still think they're getting a Squid Game something or other. So be careful. Be careful out there, people. But this was predictable. This is predictable.
Well, and speaking of Walmart and Litecoin, just today there was another breathless press release from Kroger saying that Kroger would accept Bitcoin Cash. Of course, it sounds false, and it was false. It's a completely made up story. The media is already writing the second round stories. Kroger has no idea what Bitcoin Cash is. They never put out such a press release, and it makes no sense on the face of it, just like Litecoin and Walmart made no sense. Dan, Eve, your thoughts on Squid Game rug pull?
Well, I think I even said last week I was sat there like going, oh, I think it was $2.22 when I read the article, and then by the time we did the show, it was $11.80, and even I was sat there going, well, it would have been, wish I'd have known about that, but obviously within 48 hours it went to $2,800 before an absolutely epic fail, dropped to nothing. The thing is with the newspapers like covering it, you kind of think to yourself, well, because they're mainstream, although they're promoting it to a certain extent, most people who read about it, they're not interested in, or they don't even know what a DEX is or anything like that. So they're probably not likely to see it. But those people are going to get cooked in because they won't see that that the Squid Game failed, they'll actually see that article and then go for the next thing that they see that's going through the moon. And so someone phoned me the other day and they were like, "Oh, I just went into Shiba," and I was like, "But it's at all-time high." And they're like, "What does that mean?" I'm like, "It's the highest it's ever been." Like, that's the one rule, is that you don't buy something when it's the highest price it's ever been. Like, because it's probably going to take a little bit of a dip first. So you got to hold your horses a bit. And, my best analogy is, if you look at a chart and think, I wouldn't ski down that, then it's either time to sell or time to not buy, because it's already risen that hard that it's probably going to fail. There was a pretty hardcore video of a guy, I think he was watching the Squid Coin pump up to something like $2.1 trillion, $2.1 trillion. Of course, it just completely usurped Bitcoin in a single pump down to zero. But it caught a lot of people out, and it's really sad. A lot of people lost a huge amount of money, and it does happen. It's going to happen again. But going back to the papers and the news outlets that are kind of reporting on it, as you mentioned, they don't even have to kind of do redactions anymore. They don't need to follow up. There's no responsibility on them to follow up and say, hey, we completely, we weren't promoting this, but or at least follow up just saying, hey, remember Squid Game we talked about? Squid Coin, sorry, that's now zero. So don't be an idiot. That's what they should be doing, is following up with another article saying, hey, this is what happens. It went up, but no one can actually take their money out, and it's going to go back down. And watch out for this in future. They should be educating people, not trying to coax them in by saying it's gone up 17 trillion% in 5 seconds. But it's almost like, by law, you can't yell. It's that thing, like, you can't yell fire in a cinema, but a news outlet can do whatever the hell they like, it seems, without having any social responsibility or accountability. And even, printing the most ridiculous headlines that have, not in this case, but have nothing to do with the actual article, or aren't even remotely true, or they pick on, it's just, I don't know. It's I hate regulation, but I think news needs to be regulated a bit, right? It's about time. If Bitcoin's going to be regulated, then the news needs to be regulated a bit more.
I think they need another R word. They need responsibility. The news media needs to take responsibility for what they're doing, and no one's going to like this, but they need to grow up. I remember when we started in Bitcoin years ago in 2013, every little piece of news, we'd be excited. A cafe in Hungary takes Bitcoin. It's over. A gas station in Wyoming takes Bitcoin. We are the kings of the world. Whatever happens, we were super excited about it, but we were very early. We're very new. And the mainstream media is in that same thing right now. They don't know anything. They don't understand anything at a complex level. So they can't see the difference between Squid Coin and Bitcoin. They're like, it's brand new. It has coin in the title. It's the same thing. And they just go back to their templates of articles. They have the template that they write when Bitcoin is down. Bitcoin is down and it's never coming back. The template when Bitcoin is up. Bitcoin is up. And if you'd had bought it, you would have made X%. And they're coming into this world of altcoins and metaverse and NFTs and all these things that they don't understand, whose values are insane sometimes, and they're just blindly reporting on it. And that's not what we need. We need a responsible media. We need a grown-up media. And we need a media that, like us, like right here on the Bitcoin group last week, we all took a risk and we called out Squid Coin. Dan was saying, wow, I could have invested. Meanwhile, you couldn't even sell the coin. With any level of due diligence, the media could have said, wow, there's no link to Netflix. You can't sell the coin. This looks like a scam. And that's what their articles should have been about. The same thing now with these Dogecoin copies like Shiba Inu. They're breathlessly reporting how much money people have made and how much money you could be making, but they never take any chance to say, what are the fundamentals of this? What does it do? How is it similar or different to other things that have worked or not worked? And their failure will continue to cost a lot of people a lot of money. That's very sad. Moving on to the exit question. Will there be more of these? Help me predict the next Squid Game scam. Adam Meister, what popular thing will be made into a breathless and amazingly valuable coin soon.